Hello there, welcome to today's edition of Catholic Focus. My name is Deborah Mwania and with me is our sign language interpreter Jen Ambaya. Welcome. Bungoma Diocese Bishop Right Reverend Mark Kadima has called on married couples to remain faithful, love one another and uphold the promises of holy matrimony. Speaking at Mundika, where he joined several couples in holy matrimony over the weekend, Bishop Kadima urged spouses to avoid compromising situations that may threaten their marriages and to respect the sanctity of life, even in times of difficulty. He also advised members of the public to keep off other people's family affairs and allow couples to handle their issues with dignity and respect.
Sisi leo ndoa yoyote haiwezi kawepo kama watu hawana uaminifu. Na huo uaminifu ni kusema neno ambalo umeahidi mbele ya hii altari. Kwa hivyo sisi leo ndoa yoyote haiwezi kawepo kama watu hawana uaminifu. Na huo uaminifu ni kusema neno ambalo umeahidi mbele ya hii altari uzingatie. Keep the promise. Pili, ukiona sasa wewe unaona mtu hatimizi ahadi, hapana oa huyo, toroka. Okay? Waache ndoa yako. Hapana kila siku eti huyu hajui kupika, mimi nitajua kukupikia. Eti huyu ana nini? Achana na hiyo. Acha watu wakae vile wanavyotaka.
Moving on, Mater Hospital, in partnership with the Slovak government, is celebrating a major milestone in providing free cardiac surgeries for children from underprivileged families under the Mater Atran program. Speaking during the event, Mater Hospital Director of Medical Services, Dr. Kevin Rombosia, said the collaboration has eased the financial burden of heart treatment while allowing local cardiologists to gain new skills in cardiac care. The Slovak ambassador to Kenya lauded the partnership, reaffirming his government's commitment to supporting initiatives that improve children's health and strengthen medical cooperation between the two countries. Dr. Robosia also encouraged members of the public to continue supporting the Mater Atran, noting that the funds raised go directly towards saving children's lives.
What we had this week was a cardiac mission where we had visiting faculty from Czech and Slovakia visiting the hospital to conduct complex procedures on 9 children, mostly with complex congenital lesions. And this is a partnership that's been on for near 2 decades now. What we see as the benefit for this usually is the skills transfer that happens between the visiting faculty and our local practitioners. Obviously, there are increasing challenges in terms of this, but we're looking at innovative ways to ensure that this very highly impactful cardiac mission goes on so that we address this disease burden.
Celebrate the success of 8 children who have undergone complex cardiac conditions that they would have lost their life if there was not this intervention. And one of our values as Sisters of Mercy is to pass compassion, especially to the less privileged.
Throughout the more than 10 years, we, together with the doctors from Mater Hospital, were able to save, I would say, hundreds or more than thousands of lives. And we as Slovak Republic are very proud that we are contributing to the well-being of the nation of Kenya. For us, keeping the partnership is very important. It's not only about the achievements, it's also about our goals and our mission.
Moving forward, stakeholders in the children's sector are calling on the government to professionalize childcare services in Kenya to ensure better protection and recognition for child caregivers. The appeal was made during a forum in Kakamega County under the Action for Paid Childcare Sector Transformation Act project. Our reporter Robert Mwangi has the details.
Child welfare stakeholders meeting in Kakamega town want childcare work to be recognized as a professional service, requiring formal training, fair pay, and legal protection.
Who protects the domestic care workers? Who protects those who are taking care of our children? We should be able to look into that. The Children Act of 2022 talks about establishment of child care centers for our younger children, and therefore in turn, it talks about those who are going to take care of the children, that they should be professionals. They should know at least the basics of child care.
The forum, held under the Action for Unpaid Childcare Economy in Kenya, brought together government officers, civil society groups, and development partners to discuss ways of improving childcare services.
If the people who are to nurture your child at that year, formative years, are not well trained, then the quality of child development will be compromised. So out of this conversation, we hope that we are going to emerge with some actionable points.
The national care policy has come in timely to address this child care paid sector. So as a directorate, I'm very grateful that we have this conversation engaging with the real actors, daycare centers, those are service providers, key partners, development partners, locally, regionally, and globally, to make sure that the ministry and the sector, we are actioning some actions to make sure that we are transforming the sector.
The stakeholders also proposed the introduction of childcare training courses in vocational institutions to help formalize the sector and improve the well-being of children.
The children are part of our community and is what shows that the community is growing and going on. So we are here to build a future. We are here to build a society, a Kakamega community, where we are going to have a conversation that is really going to build how we can take care of our kids and, of course, by extension, take care of our child care workers in Kakamega County.
We believe once we join hands together, we can have a community or a society that has good kids with good morals. And there is this specific item of men being involved in caregiving, I mean child care. We believe blessings come from fathers, not even mothers. So we imagine, how do we get these blessings to these kids if we don't involve ourselves, we as fathers, in this child care giving?
Ni shida ambayo tunapitia katika nyumba mingi. Unapata mama akona kisirani yake kutoka kazi, anabeba paka kwa nyumba, analetea mfanyakazi visirani. Ninapata pia wewe unakuwa na hiyo hasira paka unataka kubebe weke kwa mtoto, ambacho si kitu kizuri. Hii kazi ni kazi kama kazi zingine. Tupewe nafasi ya kulea watoto ndiposa tuwainue katika maisha bora.
Her sentiments echoed a wider call for dignity and mutual respect in the child care profession.
Most of the time you see on videos how at times the house helps behave with our children by mistreating them. So I want to support that those house helps should be taken for trainings, let it be a career, let them feel that it's a job on its own so that it can give people interest. Hakuna kazi.
Caregiving si kazi ya bure. Ni kazi kama kazi zingine zote, na kulingana na sisi we feel like caregiving haijapewa priority kama hizi kazi zingine. Ndio maana sisi tulikuja hapa as actors to educate villagers that it's important kukua na caregivers in the society.
The stakeholders believe professionalizing childcare will not only enhance child welfare but also get decent employment, especially for women who form the majority in the sector. Reporting for Capuchin TV Catholic Focus, my name is Robert Mwangi.
On to education matters, the Kenya Certificate of Secondary School Education KCSE examinations officially kicked off today across the country, with the Kenya National Examinations Council heightening vigilance to safeguard the integrity of the exams. NEC Chief Executive Officer Dr. David Jengeri says mobile phones remain a major challenge, noting that strict measures including phone restrictions, open school gates during exam hours, and helicopter support have been put in place to ensure a fair and credible process despite the weather disruptions. Here is the full report from David Kiprotich.
The Kenya National Examinations Council says the use of mobile phones remains one of the biggest threats to the credibility of national examinations. Speaking at the Thika sub-county offices during the opening of an exam container, NEC Chief Executive Officer Dr. David Jengeri said while most centers comply with the regulations, some are still violating key procedures. To tighten control, NEC has directed all invigilators, school administrators, and non-teaching staff to surrender their mobile phones to the supervisor, who will keep them secure in a locker room for 2 hours of each exam paper.
The first rule, and which has been made very clear to everybody, is on the phones. The phones remain our biggest challenge in effective and efficient administration of the examinations. And we have issued a circular to everybody who is going to be in the spaces where the examinations are being administered, that they must surrender their phones. That is including the center managers, anybody who is working in the school compound, whether it is a cook or a secretary or a grounds person or security. Everyone must surrender their phones to the supervisor, who is going to secure the phones in a locker. So that is one rule we are emphasizing across the country. Even the security officers who will be in the examination centers must surrender their phones to the supervisor. As soon as the exam is over, then the phones will be given back to them. It's only in that space of 2 hours that everyone will be required to surrender their phones.
Dr. Njageri also directed that during the examination period, school gates must remain open until each paper is completed and the scripts have been returned to secure containers. This, he said, ensures transparency and accountability during the movement of exam materials.
The second rule that we are issuing is that all the gates must remain open. As the exam materials are being ferried into the school and the gates are open for the vehicles to enter, the gates remain open until when the materials are taken away back to the container. And that's a very simple rule, which we are saying everyone must observe so that we secure integrity of the examinations. The other rules remain, as we have always said. There's double collection for all the papers. The morning session paper, they collect, administer, then they return the answer scripts to the container, they pick the second session paper, and it has worked in the last 2 years. We've been able to secure the integrity of the second session paper so that there has been no early exposure in the last 2 years, and even this year, we do not expect any early exposure.
He further noted that to prevent early exposure, the council now releases question papers for the second session only after the first paper has been completed, and all unused materials returned as it has been done for the last 2 years. This year's examination season is among the largest in the country's history, with thousands of candidates sitting for the tests under enhanced security and strict monitoring to uphold credibility and fairness. Kiprotich David for Catholic Focus, Capuchin TV.
Another news, Taita Taveta County is on track to become the second county in Kenya to enact a youth service bill following Murang'a County. The Principal Secretary for Youth Affairs and Creative Economy, Fikirini Jacobs, joined more than 1,000 young people in Mwatate for a public participation forum on the proposed legislation aimed at empowering youth through skills development and community service. Here is the report from Gabriel Mwakoma.
The Principal Secretary for Youth and Creative Economy, Fikirini Jacobs, praised the strong collaboration between the national and the county governments in advancing the youth agenda, describing it as a model for inclusive development.
Na labda watu wanaweza wakajiuliza kama ni youth service bill ya Taita Taveta County, sisi kama national government tunaingia namna gani? Mimi nataka nisisitize, nimelisema hili na hii ni falsafa yangu kubwa sana kama Principal Secretary katika State Department ya Youth Affairs na Creative Economy, kwamba wajua ukiangalia katiba ya Kenya, unaweza ukapata kuna barabara inasemekana hii ni ya serikali ya kitaifa. Unaweza ukapata kuna barabara inasemekana hii ni ya serikali ya county. Lakini kijana wa taifa la Kenya hana kwamba yeye ni wa county ama ni wa national government.
Youth leaders in the county have expressed mixed reactions to the proposed bill, while many supported it as a progressive step towards empowering young people. Others called for further engagement and clarity on its implementation.
Vijana tuko wengi, lakini ujuzi imekuwa ni issue hakuna. Na NYS pia iko na but haijakuwa more effective. Manake haijaweza kuabsorb vijana ambao tuko nao kwa hii county. So ni hatua mzuri ambayo mheshimiwa wetu Patricia Mashigadi tunampa kongole kwa kuchukua hatua hii, na tuko hapa siku ya leo pia tujieleze. Hii bill iko na changamoto zake, manake ukiangalia baadhi ya skills ambazo vijana watakuwa empowered, nyingi ni zile za zamani. So hazina ile uvutio kwa vijana wa sasa. So kuna mambo mengi ambayo tutapendekeza. Kwa mfano kuna mambo na agro innovation, kuna mambo na mining. Madini ni swala kubwa sana kwa hii kaunti ambayo tunazungumzia, lakini haijaeleza ni jinsi gani maybe vijana wataweza kuweza kuwa empowered na kufanya mambo kama hayo. Kuna sector blue economy. Tuko na lecturer na JP. Maybe tunaona ni jinsi gani vijana watakapokuwa kwa hiyo mambo na youth service, maybe in duration ya 6 months to 1 year depending on the viability itaamua na hizo regulations, ni jinsi gani vijana wataweza kuwa empowered, but ikuwe as per whatever vijana wanataka, sio vile tu tumependekezwa.
The ongoing discussions on the bill have sparked renewed calls for increased youth involvement in employment opportunities, with leaders emphasizing the need to tackle rising unemployment among graduates through structured programs and skills development initiatives. Gabriel Mokoma, Motate, Taita Taveta County.
Moving forward, residents of Kakamega County are being encouraged to embrace environmental conservation through a circular economy project targeting household organic waste. The initiative is a partnership between the county government and practical action aimed at turning waste into income while promoting a cleaner environment. Peris Wamboi Wangombe asked this report from Kakamega County.
Kakamega County is stepping up efforts to promote environmental conservation through the Circular Economy for Household Organic Waste project. The initiative, implemented in partnership with Practical Action, seeks to encourage waste separation at household level and promote recycling to generate income.
The project came into Kakamega. We recruited informal waste pickers and organized them in groups and had them registered with the county government. As part of their recognition, and as much we've been facilitating their training, supporting them with the PPEs, and also ensuring that they work in a safe and healthy environment. And one of ways of achieving this is through the putting up of the MRF that we are now yet to hand over today, with support from the county government. Tumekuwa na changamoto kidogo, especially in regards to behavior change. Lakini as a project, together with support from the county government, tumekuwa na sessions, road shows, trainings, just to ensure that we are creating awareness. Tumekutana na community leadership, including chiefs. Tumekutana na landlords to ensure that wakienda kwa maboma or to specific tenants wanawaambia kuhusu waste segregation and the value of this to our environment, as well as creating job opportunities for the youths.
The county government says the project will help ensure compliance with environmental laws while addressing waste management challenges.
Tunataka kupasiu kwanza hiyo waste management policy ambayo itatupa mwongozo mzuri, alafu tukishamalizana na hiyo policy then tuangalie mambo ya bill. Kweli kwamba takataka ni mali, na kwa hivyo hiyo ndio njia nataka tuchukue. Ile changamoto tuko nayo ni kwa households, sana sana kwa nyumba ukusanyaji, lakini tumeanza kidogo kidogo tukishirikiana na practical action haswa within the municipality, lakini tunataka tuongezee ili tuingie mpaka katika sub county zetu, pia tufanye mambo ya sensitization ili watu wajue umuhimu wa kufanya waste segregation, na baada ya waste segregation pia nayo takataka iweze kupelekwa kwa ile facility ambayo tunataka kujenga pale Rosterman, inaitwa material recovery facility. Alafu kutoka hapo tuko na washirika wetu ambao wanaitwa Region Organics. Region Organics wako upande wa Mumias West kule Matawa, na wanashughulikia na mambo ya mbolea. Kwa hivyo wao ndio watakuwa nainunua hiyo takataka sana sana ile organic, wanafanya processing ya mbolea, na vile vile pia wanataka kuchukua plastics ili pia waweze kufanya processing.
For many residents like Jane Musimbi, the program has brought both financial and social transformation.
Sikujua kwamba taka ni pesa, bali for now nimekuja kujua kwamba taka ni pesa, yani ni wealth, kupitia kwa practical action, kwa sababu wametufundisha, walipoingilia katikati wakatufundisha, wakatuelimisha kuhusu takataka. Kwa hivyo mimi kama waste collector tumefurahia sana, kwa sababu hiyo takataka imekuwa ya manufaa kwetu. So, tunapo collect takataka tunachukua kwa households, negotiate kama for example kama ni 200 kwa mwezi ama kulingana na vile nyumba ziko. So wanatusaidia kutupea na sisi tunawabebea takataka. Sisi manufaa yetu pia hiyo takataka wanaisegregate, tunapata organic and inorganic. Sasa hiyo non-organic kama chupa, makaratasi, hizo carton box tunachukua, hizo tunauza kwa wenye wanachukua kwenda kurecycle. La organic nayo tunaiweka.
The initiative is expected to expand to more sub-counties as the county pushes for a sustainable and clean environment. Reporting for Catholic Focus, my name is Peris Wangombe.
And that there brings us to the end of our Catholic Focus edition today. Thank you for choosing Capuchin TV, and thank you for always being with us. Special thanks to our production team for enabling this bulletin. My name is Deborah Mwanya. I've been with Jane Mbaya for sign language interpretation. Until next time, stay blessed and God keep you safe.
Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel.